Howdy. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you. Hope you're well. How's things? How's the world according to everybody else? Hope you're all tickety-boo. So, can't stay, I'm afraid. 2% battery. John, stop eating the battery then. But yeah, how are you doing? Good afternoon, good morning to you all. Patch day, yeah, we've had a little update. I think, is this the first one of the year? I think it's the first one of the year. So yeah, we'll have a little look see at the patch now. Just like boom, there we go. That didn't transition very well. What's going on there? Hang on, let me just jump. Oh, it's got a fade. That's fair enough. There we go. Yeah, fade. Woo. There we go. So yeah, today update 38.2. As we always do, we'll have a little read through of contents and stuff. You know, you're not quite as bad as COD. I'll take that as a compliment from you, John. But it's a very low bar, to be fair, with the way that you think of other community managers. To be fair, so update 38.2. The Ill Omens skirmish event returns. Not straight away. It's not until tomorrow. Okay, so if you are looking for it, please do read that first line. Always helps. So yeah, the Ill Omens skirmish event will return on January the 11th, which is tomorrow. 3 new cosmetic pets have been added to Nether Pinleaf, available to barter for tokens of Ill Omens. An Ill Omen Jackal, an Ill Omen Snake, and an Ill Omened Crab. Due to the recent increase to level cap 150, the rewards for the Rapper Quest Skirmish Ill Omens have been adjusted. The quest still awards Virtue XP and a Legendary Tracery token, but the Positive Portent Barter token reward has been replaced this season by an Ill Omens Treasury package. For characters level 20 to 148, this package will award an assortment of crafting materials including 2 universal solvents. For characters 149 or 150, this package will award 2 luck stones of Umbar crafting, 2 universal solvents, a Seafarer's primary essence, and a cloak of conflict. This presents an advanced opportunity to acquire these cloaks, as they will also be available via alternative means in the future update. Level 150 cloak essences can be placed in these cloaks. Will also be introduced in an update following the conclusion of the Ill Omens. So, if you read into that, then obviously you're going to get the cloak, but you can't put anything in it for a while. It's a bit like being married, I think. you get a new wife, but you can't put anything in it for a while. The requirement for the Rapper Skirmish 3 Omens has been adjusted to require 10 Skirmish Assaults, down from 12. The Deed Skirmish Assault Tier 3 will now count completion of Ill Omen's Doom of Callous Gelbrand Tier 3 as one of its objectives. If you have Skirmish Assault Omens Tier 3 underway and have already completed Ill Omen's Doom of Callous Gelbrand Tier 3, that objective will automatically advance. I know obviously a lot of people, a lot of groups do Callous Gelbrand just to, you know, get certain rewards from it. But anyway, let's look at bug fixes, see what we've got. So you need now to speak to the Accursed Warrior to obtain the quest Accursed and Lost in the Wastes. Before the Shadow missions have been corrected to award the correct amount of Legendary Item Reward Track experience. I didn't realise that they were doing it. When they said to award the correct amount, I wonder if... I always think that because it's a negative, they don't say it. So I'm wondering when they say it's been awarded the correct amount, whether they've had a reduction. The roving threats, quartermasters in Angmar and Forakel, Kanak and Ostesont, have traded appearances to be consistent with their locations. Braeglad's Flower in the Old Forest has been moved from inside of a rock. Fixed an issue with Delving Quest XP for the reward track not properly scaling with player level, and updated the door to Zufan's home in Umbar to no longer have a quest requirement, allowing players to leave at will. Forester event, rather. Due to an unforeseen issue with providing craft experience rewards in a non-craft quest, we've had to remove the experience reward from the Forester event. Okay. So if you do that, you don't get any craft XP. Okay. Or any, craft XP in a non-craft quest. Okay. The event will now fail for burglars using hiding in plain sight. There is now a longer duration timer for abandonment of the event, and added the serious business as a barring effect to use all of the destructible mount summoning items. Oh, so people were using that, were they, to get around the speed? How you doing, Lou? Good evening, good afternoon, my dear. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're tickety-boo. Hope you're fabulous. Crafting. Umbari crafting. The upgrade recipe to enhance durable items was set to the incorrect output of skilled items instead of the enduring items. This has been fixed. Now, just a note on that one. I believe if you already have the recipe for those, the output will still show as a skilled item rather than enduring. From what I can gather from conversations. So if it's still showing as a skilled item instead of an enduring, I think you might need to either use that recipe up, because I don't know if it's a one-shotter. I'm not entirely sure. And then re-get them. If you haven't got them, then I think you're okay. You'll just get given the enduring ones. A mistress of apprentices has been added into the Swain Crafting Guild. She is located near the entrance to the hall. Umbar Crafting Guild daily quests have been modified as follows. Collecting the item is now the first objective of the quest, not the execution of the recipe to create the item. The daily cooldown on the recipe to create the crate of goods needed to turn into the Umbar Guild Masters is removed. You can now craft the crates of items independently. Okay, so does that now mean that you can just craft the bejesus out of them? So Umbar Crafting Guild daily quests have been modified as follows. Collecting the item is now the first objective of the quest, not the execution of the recipe. Okay, so actually creating the crate as such is the first objective. The daily cooldown on the recipe is to create the crate of goods needed to be turned into the Umbar Guild Masters is removed. You can now craft the crate of items independently. Okay, so presumably you can just craft them and craft them and craft them. I haven't really done much more. I kind of lost interest with the grind that was becoming kind of visible within the game, whilst a lot of people wait for the end game in terms of instances and stuff like that. So I just didn't really bother with it. I've got so far with it, but then I've just gone bleh. Hence why you haven't seen me play much LOTRO of late. Items. Additional rank 30 allegiance rings may be bartered from the Umbari allegiance NPCs. Obviously, that's another 10 allegiance ranks. Joy. The allegiance armor item, elegantly woven shoes of the eagle, has had their stats updated, so they are no longer the same as finely stitched shoes of the eagle. Mount and cosmetic pet decorations can no longer be sold to vendor for silver, preventing the loss of pet or mount information for the decoration during buyback rather. The new housing music boxes released in Update 38 now properly play music. How you doing, Kerr? Good evening, sir. How are you? Food regeneration rates have been normalised and should now give more consistent morale and power regen regardless of the specific food eaten. Umbari feasts were erroneously given much stronger than intended bonuses. These have been brought back down to levels much closer to normal food effects. Umbari feasts now correctly give 2 separate food effects, one for stats and one for regen. The crab cast mother and greater crabs in Umbar missions a taste for crab and an infestation of crabs now can drop Umbari crab legs that can be used in Umbari cook craft recipes. Fucking hell, there's a lot of words there, isn't there? Words. Blah, 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 blah. The challenge, question adventure areas. The challenge level of delving rappers has been moved to 150. So obviously people weren't doing delvings because they were waiting for that to move as such. So I'm sure we'll see a lot of people doing them now, grinding them maybe for some gear. The city of Harbel is now a little safer for players of level 20 and up. We've lowered the expected player level in the city to reduce the penalty on crafting and to lower the enhanced aggro radius of the enemy mobs within the city proper. Crafters and visiting characters looking to do missions are now less prone to random attacks from distant enemies. The following Stable Master Collection locations will now specify the correct names and area information and work properly to allow teleporting. Aethia, Arnak, Erinos, Uruk Zahar was the Dwarf Fortress, Harlond was Harlond, Imloth, Melwi, Linhir, Malbarth, Ostanglebed, and Zarastalad was the dwarf outpost. The quest Bevy of Baubles, Epicureans desire eggs, and adornments with feathers were losing their quest guide information after the usage of a single nest. This has now been fixed. Now the area where the nests are found displays the entire time that you have not collected the necessary items. The quest to take control of Tol Askarnen and defeat Captain General Machan was blocked by the old tutorial quests in the SMOs. We've now updated the quest requirement to look for we have now updated the quest requirements to look for the new tutorial experience. Fixed an issue in the Cape of Umbar quest A Pallid Tide, wherein quest counter announcements were not appearing for all objectives. Ulanor should never have been attackable during Blood of My Blood, either when visible or invisible. Now she's not. There have been numerous fixes to the drama sequence. The damage of the Creeping Cold skill has been reduced in the instant Shakalush, the Stair Battle. Trolls in Ags Bazru, the Warfell should now only spawn at level 130. Fixed physics issue in the Umbar mission protecting the sea lanes. The Apothecary in Dinadab, King's Gondor, and Galangam's Divine and Delicate Drafts in Calambel in King's Gondor no longer incorrectly share a dungeon file map. Worm and Corsair Slayer deeds for the Cape of Umbar will now count more of their enemies in the area. Miscellaneous asset placement issues have been resolved. Miscellaneous cross-server placement issues have been resolved. Miscellaneous Z fighting issues have been resolved. Caverns of Enil is no longer accessible in King's Gondor. Miscellaneous floating objects resources nodes have been grounded. Several incorrectly leveled monster and resource nodes in King's Gondor have been fixed. A typo in the landmark for Abedek's Watch in King's Gondor has been resolved. The entrance to the Mason Interior in Dol Amroth, King's Gondor, is now correctly labelled. Miscellaneous stuck spots have been fixed. Miscellaneous terrain texture issues have been fixed. A milestone has been placed outside of the Swain's Guild Hall. That's handy because if you leave Umbar Bahabel, it can be a bit problematic to get back again unless you've got the travel skills. So Swain's Guild Hall is just round the corner from where you're required to be to get into the Umbar crafting area. Fixed physics and performance issues in the Umbar mission Infestation of Crabs. The minimum level for Quest of the Blackroot Vale has been restored to its original intended value of 90 instead of 140. An Umbar Weekly Rapper Quest. Okay, so the people that are obviously got your characters to the cap or thereabouts. An Umbar Weekly Rapper Quest, The Fortunes of Umbar Bahabel Weekly, is now available from the Umbar Quartermaster in the Bloody Eagle Tavern, the Upper Ward, and the Hunter's Expedition Camp. Rewards for this include Embers of Enchantment and Virtue XP. An Umbari Tam for Embers quest is now available from the Umbar Quartermaster in the Bloody Eagle Tavern, the Upper Ward, and the Hunter's Expedition Camp. Virtue XP rewards. So this is an interesting one. So they're forcing us away from going to Gundabad. So Virtue XP rewards have been removed from level cap 140 Rapper quest, including Reclaiming the Mountain Hold, Challenges of Gundabad, Raid the Hidden Hoard of Abnon Kara, Challenger of the Iron Crown, and Raid Gwathran Ross, the Witch King's Citadel. So that's all the weeklies. I think what they were saying is that players who were level 150 with enhanced weapons and all that kind of thing were doing those, and they were basically taking the piss. But still, I do think that we need a better way, should I say, for still earning our virtue. I think we're still a little bit lacking. I still expect them to, or still expect us to grind, but anyway, it is what it is currently. The silver coins of Gundabad for Embers request has been converted to silver coins of Gundabad for Moats. Okay, so don't expect Embers from that. Adjusted the phase of Ayaluk in Rakatab if you help someone with part of this questline without having started it yourself. And then miscellaneous. The Allegiance Order of the Eagle and the Ledge Keepers have each had their max rank advanced from rank 20 to rank 30. New rewards are available at ranks 25 and 30 of each track. The Disposing of Bottles in the Midsummer Festival quest, A Cure for All Ills, has now has an animation. Man of Rat. Wow, Race of Man. Problem? Over me. Oh. Maybe. Don't know. Magic hearing things. Race of Man hat hair is now updated to match the updated hair texture sets. Race of Man brawler themed helmets with forced hair will now allow for any hairstyle available in the character creation option screen. Previously chosen hair will no longer be overridden when you equip a brawler set helmet. The former forced brawler hairstyles have been spun off into new available styles and updated with current hair textures. The new options are found in both the character creation screen and the barbershop and are only available for the Race of Man, female and male characters currently. The new hairstyle options are numbers 58 to 61 for males and 56 to 59 for females. The titles Disciple of Scrolls and Peak Scaler now display properly in German. The typo in German has been updated for the Lowlands map. D-Slayer of the Angle now displays properly in French. And travel routes from Jack's Fanal will no longer randomly go off course. I didn't realise it did that. Now, something of interest as well for us folks, obviously playing LOTRO, we know normally there is a producer letter coming out for LOTRO in and around this time of year. We do get one near enough every year, and I believe we'll be getting ours soon. The reason I say that is that Dungeons & Dragons Online, obviously, which is the sister game essentially, to LOTRO did have their producer letter today, and they did lay out really their 2024 year ahead. Now, interestingly, if you remember a few months back, Sevelin, who's the executive producer for both titles, did say that they were looking at revamping the VIP packages, and they said that they were going to probably do that on Dungeons & Dragons Online first, and then those elements would drift across to LOTRO. Now, they didn't actually say much regarding this. I'm just going to open up the page. Sorry, that's just going to make that disappear. But if I just bring this, in. There we go. So this is their producer letter. That's their producer. I have no idea who that person is. I don't know because I don't really follow it. However, there's a thing here, free DDO 2024, which gives a lot of people free quest packs. Now, they have a similar system on Dungeons & Dragons Online where you buy quest packs unless you're a subscriber, that kind of thing. But interestingly down here, and this is the bit that I think we kind of need to take a note of as well. Obviously, they've got the development map down here. With the necessary store infrastructure upgrades completed last year, so I think the infrastructure they're talking about is very similar on Dungeons & Dragons Online as it is to LOTRO. You see, we had the revamp, didn't we, last year to the store. So, similarly, looking at with the necessary store infrastructure upgrades completed last year, we'll also be looking to roll out the updates to the VIP program in the spring this year. We've made changes to the proposed rewards based on player feedback, and we'll bring more information on the VIP program soon. So, I think what's going to happen is we might see theirs first, and I think they'll be using them as the test bed to see what rolls across to LOTRO. Now, obviously, they said they've had feedback from players. They might have listened and said, yeah, I think you should give more of this, or we should have that, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it'll be interesting. I think, personally, they're going to increase what we get as a VIP. I don't think they'll take it away. If they do, I think it'll be suicide, because I think that they want a significant income to come into the game. And by that, obviously, that generally means a recurring income via subscriptions. So if they make that more appealing, that would guarantee, or not guarantee, but that would incentivize people to become subscribers, i.e. VIPs. If they were to take it away and make it, you know, less appealing, then people are just going to go, no, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to be a subscriber. But I'm thinking they're going to enhance it. I hope they enhance it in ways that they entice people to have different characters. I think that is the long-term thing for the game, for the players. What I see is that I like the story. I like the enjoyment of going through the narrative of everything. That's why I'm going to be playing my level 75 character. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people find it a bit, I don't want to level again, so they buy a Valar, which is fine. But I also think that the people who are leveling you know, may become a monthly VIP subscriber if they aren't one of the lucky ones like myself who've got a lifetime subscription. So that's going to roll out sometime Q1. They do specifically say spring, so you're going to be looking at the end of Q1. So we're going to be looking at March, I would think, to see that. Whether that's going to roll out at the same time, I expect it'll roll out first into Dungeons and Dragons Online. They'll take the feedback and how that's affecting it, and then it'll roll out to us over on LOTRO. There's not much else you can really read into their development diary as such, because it's all, you know, oops, got rid of it, I don't want that one. It's all kind of literally limited to what they do in terms of level cap increase, release. You know, they've kind of got a similar thing to us as the end of the Q3, beginning of Q4. They've got a raid release, etc. We're hoping to have ours earlier, so there's kind of a rolling thing going on there. But how you doing, Protein? So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, the VIP update to Dungeons and Dragons is coming in the spring. I expect it will fall into LOTRO after that, after they've got feedback, after they've deployed it. Do they see, you know, people interested in it? Does it increase player retention? Does it bring in more money because of players actually buying a subscription? I don't actually know. I suspect that's what the guys over there are going to be doing. You know, I have no insight to what they're going to do. It's just pure speculation on my part. It's their 18th anniversary as well. Is it our 17th this year? Well, I think we were 1 year behind, weren't we, with LOTRO. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. This is what out of this whole thing, I want to see what's coming for the VIP package, because I'm a VIP, and I think they need to make it desirable for people to subscribe. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got hellishly good value out of it, and I'm not complaining at that. And if they didn't change the VIP package, I wouldn't kick off. I won't be screaming down the place and saying, nah, shit. Because I've got exceptional value out of my subscription. But I am intrigued to see what changes that they are going to make. I'm presuming they're going to be positive, but we will see. We will see. So, Adora Nell, how you doing? Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're well. So yeah, interesting. Like I say, we're just having a quick look for those that you just joined us anyway. It's just the producer's letter for Dungeons and Dragons Online. There isn't one available for LOTRO yet. Normally, I think in the past we've had a producer do it, but I think Sevelin may be having to write this one, because I think as such, unless one of the other team members write, but I am expecting Sevelin to write the producer's letter for LOTRO, but you never know. You never know. We shall see. But yeah, that's what we've been looking at. Obviously in the patch notes as well. If you've not seen, there has been a little patch today. We just boink there. So yeah, we've just gone through the patch notes as well. Highlights: Ill Omens tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, level cap is increased for Delvings. Rank 30 for Umbari allegiances. And yeah, various little improvements and fixes. So nothing in terms of our instances or anything like that. I think they're a few weeks out yet. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh yeah, Orion. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name. I could see his face, but thank you, Ixie. I just couldn't think of his name. So yeah, it could be him, because he's been more vocal of anyone. Yeah, again, I have the unpopular that needs to be a level squish. Honestly, Daddy John, or Dandy Potato Space rather, I don't think we'll see it. I think it's too much work for the team to do. I really don't think we'll see it. If they had more staff, then maybe, but I just can't imagine that they'll do it, to be fair, unfortunately. So Right, so let's have a little look, see where we were up to, all various crap there. So where we go, cross the bridge into Rohan. Ah, okay, this is what I was going to do. I wasn't going to do here, was I? Because this is back book 5. That one I want to set as quest guide focus. Now, that, did that? Yeah, that's Grimbold's camp, isn't it? Rohan awaits. Now, this is where I'm going to have to do a little bit of a jump around, because I need to attack it from the north, don't I? Because I need to come through Carascaladon. And then down there. I think that's the way we have to come in. Is it that way? I think it is. We'll cross the bridge into Rohan, talk to a run. Yeah, because that's the quest of the Langhold. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, sorry. I was just second guessing myself there. I was like, oh, hang on, have I made a boo-boo here? And yeah, of course, it's here, isn't it? Funnily enough, it's not actually showing on. Oh, there we go. There. Wow. Right, so we're going to go on a little journey. We're going to leave this here. I'm not going to do in and around Grimbold's camp or anything like that. I don't think we'll see level 200, if I'm honest. I think the way that things are panning out, I mean, we've hit 150. That would have to be 5 more years of expansions. Okay, you know, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. I think there's a lot of water under the bridge before that's going to happen. So I'm not too sure if it would ever get that far. Now, Carascaladon, handy. We do have that. Now, where?
Greetings to you.
That's Lothlorien. Okay. Right. So let's get on the horse. So we're gonna have to go on a little jog down to the Great River. Oh, hang on. Do I actually need to be here? What's that I need to speak to? Oh no, it's all down an elbow here, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Right, off we go. So let's tootle across. I think what we need to remember is that the team, I think, at LOTRO is very, very small, and what they've got to try and crank out. What everybody wants from the game just isn't feasible. I know they're taking on some staff. They've lost some developers, and they're taking on developers and Q&A staff. They're actually hiring for. But in terms of the rate of content that people might be expecting, I just don't think it's feasible. I really don't. So, do they look within, rather than expanding the game, do they look within the confines of the world that they've got and expanding it kind of laterally? I know they've obviously said that they're looking at various ways and means to fill in the blanks, and I mean, along here they've got things to head towards as well. And then obviously I think they want to kind of head into Rune as well. So I think there's lots of places they could head. Have they actually been here? No, I haven't. Okay.
Make of honor.
Off we go. So yeah, but we've got new instances coming anyway in a new raid. I think again it's one of those, I think, technically difficult things to get right and be good. You know, the mechanics of a raid and an instance have to be not just hack and slash and, you know, DPS race, because people get turned off from that very, very quickly. And certain instances only certain types of class, which I think is wrong as well. I don't like the fact that some classes, we'll take Hunter and Champ, for example, if they're involved in anything that can is there just to actually batter something down, they're always ahead of the game. Simply because, you know, they're a DPS class. So, yeah. I think it'll be interesting to see how things pan out. Up here. Yeah. Getting grumpy at me. Thing-led book. Oop. There we go. Thing-led Explorer. Again, I'm not going to do these. I'm going to carry on through. Straight on. Yeah, we'll go down here. We'll go to Stangard as well. We'll pick up that as we're going past. I think in terms of role play, I think you've got a very... and I think it just lends itself to the specific text that it's based on, obviously. Living within the world and playing a role-playing, literally, a character from within Tolkien's world will appeal massively to a lot of players. And you can see why, similarly, that you would get something like that from Dungeons & Dragons Online, because, you know, DDO, or Dungeons & Dragons specifically, is a huge IP still. I don't think it's as big as Tolkien because, you know, or Tolkien's work anyway. So I think we'll see hopefully more content to come, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to do.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Stangard. Let's move on. Head down the road. What I'll do is I'll zip across to here just to pick up the quest. Oh, sorry, not the quest. The horse route. I think the other thing with LOTRO is the familiarity. I think, yeah, people will understand elves and orcs and things like that, and dwarves and stuff like that because of Tolkien's, you know, I mean, it's been around for years and years and years. I think with titles such as Elder Scrolls Online, which I've never been able to get into, I'm not dissing it because I'm sure it's a fabulous product. It's just never captured me. Guild Wars was the original first MMO I ever played. The original Guild Wars, that is I just don't think that they have as rich background or availability to people. And again, I'm not dissing the other products. I just think that there's a distinct connection, an availability of connection to people with having the background in elves and that, and having such a blockbuster hit, you know, TV, film, does draw people in, you know, and I think that's why it's such a big IP in comparison to the other ones. So yeah, I'm sure that they're still gonna, you know, the products, you know, Guild Wars 2 has done a great job. You know, I have played that. We've also Elder Scrolls Online. Like I say, I've tried to play that. Couldn't really get into it. It just, I think it was one of those combat kind of things I just didn't find overly enticing. Yeah, I heard of something occur along the lines of potential for looking at a European server again. I'll believe it when I see it. I think with everything, because when we look back to last year and the producer's letter and everything, you know, and the previous times about, you know, oh, we might be looking at consoles and everything, and then pretty much it's just like, nah, we just said that for shits and giggles, you know, kind of stuff. And that pretty much was it. It was never gonna. I don't think it was ever gonna be a reality. And I'm not. A feasibility had to be done, but yeah, maybe as a company they're looking at, you know, can it be done? How much would it cost us to have the game run in a not call center, in a data center? Wow. In Amsterdam. Yeah, it'd be great for all our pings and everything like. And I don't think.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
There we go. Too far away.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
But yeah, this is what I don't get. They still keep trying to push the legendary servers, and I've played on legendary servers. You've seen me play various characters on them. I just don't think there's an interest there. I don't think there's enough, because they always end up lasting for so long and then they're shutting down. And I'm sure the player base of the European servers as a whole would much rather having less lag from their latency. But who knows? I honestly don't think we'll see it. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll see. We'll just wait and see. Get rid of that because I don't want to do that. I'm just going straight into Rohan. I think the other thing is, I know they've got servers there, is the actual cost to maintain those within a data center. So if there's something wrong with it, obviously the servers being in Boston, they can probably send staff down there and just go, right, we need to fix that because it's this XYZ's broken. It depends what kind of servers and what maintenance they need to do on them. I mean, I'm no IT network professional. I'm sure I've rented servers before for mostly FPS games because, you know, there's not necessarily a need for other games, although there is things like 7 Days to Die and options like that where you can rent private servers. But I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'd be very surprised if we ever see it. I just think you would serve the player base better if you had a server that was dedicated to European players, not just a legendary server. Again, you might look at the maths and think, oh, they're only doing it because they know that people have to be a VIP to go on a legendary server. Is it a way to entice them to go onto a legendary server by having a VIP? I just don't think in the long term it would serve the game as well as having literally Evernight and all the other European servers on a physical European-based server. But who knows? Who knows? The money men and the decisions are in other people's hands. Definitely not ours. Right, here we are. Here we are. So, let's Rohan awaits.
What brings you to these lands?
What brings you to these lands?
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Right, let's go speak to the thing. Langhold. So pretty. Just before it turns to toast. Right, so I think these are all probably going to be about 76 questions, something like that. Thane Uhtred.
Welcome, my friend.
The Thane of Langhold.
Welcome. Stay a moment and speak with me.
Whoop.
Our mission is dire.
Right, let's have a plate of food and play me. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see. As soon as we get the producer's letter, whenever that drops, we'll go through it on stream together and have a good read of it. I do have a lot of sympathy for the LOTRO devs. I know they get absolutely lambasted by a lot of people for XYZ reason, but you got to remember that the developers don't always make the decision, and you know that is guided much from above.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Right, so hello. I don't want to speak to you. Come. Task of errand. Go do something. Somebody down here. Yeah, me. Oop, hello. Went straight past him.
Our mission is dire.
Our mission is dire. Right, salamanders hit
success depends upon our
fire, yeah,
strength.
and
Will
slithering
you
too
aid us?
near.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
We need you. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put one of them on. Because I end up not using them. So after what, about 50 minutes, this will be the first time that we actually start smacking anything. Good, isn't it? So I hope you've all had, because some of you I've spoken to since the new year. I know we're into the 10th now. I hope you all had a wonderful new year, whatever you've been doing. If you've been playing, what have you been playing apart from LOTRO? You know, I'm sure you all have been playing that. I've taken it a little bit easy with LOTRO. I was trying not to. I got a bit of like, had enough. I don't want to play LOTRO anymore for the time being. That's not to say I aren't playing it, because I am playing it. But yeah, it's other things have taken my interest just to give myself a little bit of a breather. Sauron sees me, and one of those is a game called Once Human, which is in beta for about another 11 days. So yeah, I've been focusing on that a little bit, but we'll have to see. Whoop, hello. Oh shit. Boink. Oh. All I ever think about when when I'm fighting them is the proto lizards in the wonderful Umbar. Okay. Defeat Venom Tongue. Okay. Oh, he's hiding. Hey. Oop. Boink. I'm hitting quite hard, which is good. I'm liking that. Venom Tongue. Could be around here somewhere. See if I can sneak in and grab that one. Oh, hang on. Hold. Ugh. Over there. They're seemingly getting stuck in the environment, and I'm beating the shit out of him. Oh, you got a bloody thing on there. I didn't realise he had the debuff. I'm like, kicking the crap out of you, dude, and you're not dying. What's going on? Oh yeah, that's thirsty. There we go. Oh, there he is. Hello, Venom. Some 6k. I get through here? Yeah, I can. Come on, you. I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay. There we go. Okay, now what did I hit him with? See, this is why I have an issue when they do instances that are DPS races. Because I literally just hit him for 1,000 there. Yeah, crit for 1,000. Yeah, 700. So within about 5 hits, I had him down. You try doing that on a Law Master or something like that, and that's not gonna happen. Although Law Masters are strong in various instances, and if you play them well, but I think for the average Joe, yeah, not going to see that kind of ability. And I'm including myself in that. Oh, well, he's back again. Shit. Well, he respawned quick, didn't he? Yeah, they had to put a timer on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tablets? Mm-hmm. There we go. Right, so we need one more salamander. There we go. 10 out of 10. Nice. Right, let's get on the steed and get out on it. So this will probably tickle us through to 76 quite quickly. If you want to kill worms around here, you could do quite nicely. There is a worm slayer deed, isn't there, if I remember correctly as well. Interesting. So yeah. Let's see. So what's been happening? In terms of my work, I know some of you do ask from time to time. A lot of my work this year, even at the start of the year, has been trying to... Well, I did the stream last week for Everspace. Eric was slightly poorly, so I did the stream on Friday. We are... this is public knowledge. I'm not giving you any sneak peeks here, but this is public knowledge. We are working on the update from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, so we're converting the game from the older, unfortunately less supported Unreal Engine to the newest, latest version, and it's quite an undertaking. To be fair, it's not the easiest thing in the world for the team, and there's lots of things going wrong, which is a bit of a pain. But anyhow, I'm sure we'll make it work.
Will you help me, kind stranger?
Yeah, help me, kind stranger. But Berger, the daughter of the Thane. But yeah, as always, we put out a nice blog post. We did the stream, trying to outline the difficulties and the problems and the reasons why we're doing it. You know, there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, but why are you doing it? Isn't that a waste of time and effort?"
I'm not afraid of you.
Is that you know, people don't necessarily read or listen. I know it sounds stupid, but they don't. It's quite amazing, really. And you think, yeah, okay.
The fearless children of Langhold have invited you to join them in a game of brigand bashing, in which they reenact the deeds of their fathers and foes.
Come here, you little shit. Oh, you got to click on the little buggers, haven't you? Come here, you. Oop. What doesn't help is it... I've got right underneath that. Oh. There you go. Come on. Come here. Chasing children around. Don't feel like a pedo at all. He does. He sees me whacking children. He's not happy about it. To be fair, I wouldn't be happy either. Hey, do not. How was life? For the Harkest? Oh, yeah. And you're going to be the last way up. I can hear you. Oh, there you go. Just kicking my ass. Very nice too.
What brings you to these lands?
Ooh, cool. Yeah, yeah, cool. Nice to hear. Nice to hear. Hope it goes well for you, sir. Hope it goes all right. Ticky-da-boo. Fabulous. Marvelous. Excellent. What's the weather? What's the weather like for you, Hark, at the moment? I did hear that you've been getting a little bit of snow over in Sweden, in various places. Boom! There we go. Level 76. Let me just double check. Actually, do we need a reforge? We do. Okay, we're right on this character. Yeah, it's always. I think it must be the next one must be 81 or something like that. Always keep on top of your reforges because singularly the reason it's like the DPS on your axe just increases, which does help. The other thing you need to check is have you unlocked any slots? Not on that one. It just an increase in our levels. So if we have the required amount, I wouldn't worry too much about them. I think there. Because if you go, get rid of that. Watchy, we'll keep that. Keep that. Bunch of shields, we'll keep that. Hills, keep that. That one, get rid of that. Keep. Bring up my vault. 1 degree C. I actually remember when I went to, and I've told you this before, when I went to Sweden about, okay, it must be about 10 years ago now. You guys get it obviously colder and snowier than we do in the UK, but it was minus 15 during the day, and I was actually quite shocked at that because that's not something we would generally see in the UK, which I was like, that's going to be a bit nippy around your bits. So I'm just going to improve some of these. Let's plunk them onto there. Yeah, that's 5. That was going to give us 95. These just give us 2 levels. So I'm just going to put 2 of those on. And then I'm going to put 1 of those off to notch that out. Like I say, I'm not going to worry too much about them all. Why is that classed as faded? That's annoying. I really don't get that. There's a max. Thank you. It's a max level 95, but it's saying it's faded, and it only goes to 140, and you'd have to change it after that. But I think this is what confuses people, because faded on the heroic precision means that yes, you can use them, but eventually at 140 you're going to run out of those. And you're going to have to swap them, otherwise they stop working. Now, for this, I'm not going to be able to use these at all anywhere near level 140 because the cap on this specific one is only 95. So I'm always a bit baffled. That shouldn't be there because that only causes confusion. Right, let's just boink them into there. Actually, I'm just going to do both of these. So 100, yeah. Battle Frenzy cooldown. That won't change because it's a purple derple. So I'm not really worried about that. We'll look on these. So we'll look at single target attack damage, I think. Just plonk them into there. You see, these are just ones I've picked up. The other thing, definitely look at your... if you've been collecting any older ones in your vaults, for example. So I'm just going to have a quick look. I don't think I've got anything in there. Let's just have a little look, see there. Look, see there. Then we should quickly look at there. No, there's nothing there. I actually don't think I've got I don't think I've got anything at this level that I can use. Yeah, because they're level 86. Yeah, so that's going to be a little while before I can use these, and I've got nothing of that low level. There's a 121 there. Yeah, so I can't I can't utilize anything of them. Again, I'm not too worried because I'm still going to be powerful enough. And as I pick up anything from this level, then I would use it. So okay, I think I've actually just realized a similar boo-boo. Is this? Now, they're max level 74, but I'm still using them. It's a bit weird. It's normally what happens is that... So what we got on the might, 41. Does that drop when I... Yeah. So the might still works. And am I just not getting the set bonus? That's the thing. So if I take that off, that's 41 might. What does that reduce by? 778 plus 41 would be 219, wouldn't it? So the bonus for that is 21. So that should give us 62. So I think the set bonus is just not working. So I think now we've got to the point where we've got to look at upgrading stuff in terms of gear. So this, maybe the boots and these compensate only for the set bonus, really. I mean, like the pants they're not part of the set bonus. The shoulders are. So yeah, we might need to look at various changes. Now the thick cloak of destruction. Yeah, see that 1 less armor, 3 less might, more vitality, physical mastery, but you'd lose like 110 crit. Do you swap that out? This is the thing. The boots again. 1 less. It's literally the set bonus that's kind of going out the door, but I think we're okay. I mean, you saw how I was hitting things anyway, so I don't think we need to worry too much.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Will you aid the Rohirrim? Will you aid the Rohirrim?
The Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
Find the brigand camp. It's over here somewhere, isn't it? Down in the dip. Then isn't there a... Yeah, there's a cave as well. Cool. Add break. Oops. I can drink my tea. Gotta drink my tea. Ease of drinkage. Oh. On the ruffian. Yeah, so 2 hits and we're still kicking their ass even without the set bonus. So yeah, we'll keep all of that for the time being. Yeah, we found the brigand camp. Yeah, we found the brigand camp. There we go. We've got quest. Yeah, free cattle, gems, blah blah blah. Pick a load of ruffian arse. Oh, you can go. How many do we need? 3. Yeah. And then stolen grain, 6. Get rid of him. Point. There we go. Grabbing some coin as well. As you do. Boink. Yeah. Whoop. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boink. Whoop. Whoop. Oop. So Is the leader inside? He is, isn't he? Yeah, just the bishop. Oh well. Come back here, you Wazik. Thank you. Week. In we go. Nicely done, Hark. Nicely done. I haven't logged in quite a while, actually, to be fair, into Division 2. I still got it installed. I just haven't played it in a while. And they have announced Division 3 as well. They are working on a Division 3. Okay, let's go. I think Division 1 I enjoyed more than Division 2. I think Division 2 was a refinement of Division 1, but I just loved the whole New York City and the snow and the elements. I know it wasn't as good as what the trailer showed, and unfortunately it's typical for some developers to do that. Even back then and still now. You know, this is not real gameplay kind of shizzle. But, yeah. Well, I remember, those of you that are on my Discord, I know some of you are. If you haven't already, in the general channel, there is a post up, which is basically a poll. I've got a few games lined up that I want to play through this year. I know there's some that are on the horizon, literally, pun intended. That aren't released yet, so I'm waiting on those. But it's an anonymous poll. You can put a vote in there, A, B, C, D, or E. It's there in the general channel. It's fairly easy to find. Pretty much, first choice is Alan Wake, and then into Alan Wake 2, because I bought Alan Wake 2 on a nice deal, and then I got Alan Wake 1 as a freebie. Nice. I've never played either of those, so it'd be nice to see them. Cyberpunk 2077, the new game, plus the DLC, because I've got the DLC for that as well, and I think it's been supremely improved since I played it at launch. The Last of Us Part 1, not played that yet. Oh, sorry, I did. I partially played it on PlayStation 4, but I've got it on PC as well now. Starfield, to finish off my playthrough of that, or E, which is other, and then just leave a comment below. It is anonymous. I can't tell who's voted. I can't see what choices are until I end the vote. I'm probably going to leave it up until maybe Sunday to see. So if you're not already on the Discord, do join us on there and have a little look-see about what you'd like to see. We'll still be playing LOTRO. I know obviously a lot of you boys and girls come for the LOTRO content. Unfortunately, until they start bringing a little bit more into the game, when we start looking at more content, it's only going to be I'll be doing these kind of streams where I'll be leveling a character and looking at patch notes and all that kind of thing. So
welcome, my friend.
Let's just do that. So yeah, if you do want to have a vote in that, please do let me know. I still don't know how people have voted, because like I say, it's an anonymous one.
The Rohirrim are grateful for
so I
your
can't
aid.
actually see. Oh. Right. It's currently one each. Funny you should say that, Hark. Funny you should say that. Because it's anonymous, nobody can actually see what it is. That one each even shows one each for me as well.
Time is short, and so is hope.
But yeah, literally, as soon as you cast a vote, it goes back to number 1. Now, there has to be a 1. Literally, somebody's just voted there. I did see it. I was just literally looking at it at the exact moment that somebody's just cast their vote. Yeah. Because it does flick to 2 and then it goes back to number 1. So I was literally just looking at that fucking timing because it was good. That quality. Love it. So yeah, if you do want to see anything of those, Alan Wake, Cyberpunk, Last of Us Part 1 and then Starfield, then yeah, they just put a vote in there. Put a vote in there. There is a game I'm definitely going to be playing. I know if you've been around for any length of time, you'll have seen me play it through twice. Once on PlayStation 4, way back in about 2017, I think it was, and then played it through back on PC a couple of years ago, and that was Horizon Zero Dawn. And I'm itching to get into Horizon Forbidden West. So yeah, I want to take a good look at that bad boy when it launches. So it's going to be coming out hopefully soon. And it's going to have DLSS as well for PC, so going to be a few decent amount of improvements, should we say? So yeah, waiting to see. And I believe the company that's doing the port as well have done like the various ports for like Spider-Man and things like that. So they've got a good pedigree of doing a decent port. Which is good. Oop. Okay, got rid of my stuff there as well. Down to that one. Down, 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 down. Up, deed bestowed.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Take a go at the second tower.
What brings you to these lands? What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Go around spying Craven. Creek. Oop.
What brings you to these lands?
Advert.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Dinosaur Sportsman's dread in the
Will you
Easterling
aid
camp.
us?
Okay, I'll go have a look. This could always be fun. Not. Because I'm fairly certain there's a little rider. One of the black riders. Wink. And remote quest. Kill them. Fabulous, darling. Another remote quest. Mordor Steel from the Easterlings. Marvelous. Oops. For you. Thank you. I think the last time I came through here, I actually was a bit worried because I kept getting my ass kicked. And I can't remember what it was that I played up through on. Oh, it probably was on my minstrel, actually. She might have been the last one. Hi, Stay. Let's have a, I'll tell you what, while we're doing that, we'll have a dad joke. Let's have a look. Dad joke. What is the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know and I don't care. That's very good. Yeah. Just don't care. Just don't care. There we go. And you. Wink. Oh. Oh, start off with your flashy lights. There we go. Wink. Oh. Yeah. Do. Door steel. If it feels wrong, you should peek into the nearby hole in the fence. Yeah. Fell beast. Is that a texture reskin? Because the face and the skin looks different. That looks a lot more detailed than it used to do. You see around its bottom jaw and its gullet, for example, it just looks a lot more texturized. Oh, I died. What the fuck? I did my own heist. I think that's had I'd actually say that's had cosmetic surgery. I think the Winged Terror has had a bit of a facelift there. I think it's paid a bit of cash to some Turkish surgeon. Right, so we need to kill 3 more of these things. Easterlings. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. There we go. Well, we'll nick this backpack as well. So, yeah. Let's go out, Andy. Handy dandy. Right, let's get on the horse, of course, and go back to speak to Advert. Right, greater enemy.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Settling
You
alliance.
aid the horse lords.
Ding. Slings of the
What
Undeep.
business have you
Ding.
with the Rohirrim? The Rohirrim have need of
You
your
tried to
services.
evacuate Langhold at once. Marvelous. Metalsmith, Taylor, Prospector. Yeah. Right, back to Langhold. Langhold. Harwick in the distance. Marvelous. Yes. Let's go around him. No, he didn't. That's why you got Magic and Sparkle 666 next to your name, so he didn't die. Silly ass. Someone check her pulse. So can't even tell whether she's alive or dead. Don't worry, we've got insurance. Don't worry, folks. She's not normally this loud. She's just got a headset on. Yeah, we have this problem. I mean, they read all day and then the brains turn to mush. Reading's overrated. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Let's have some of that. Right. Get into Langhole and saying, "Get the out of here." Oop. Actually, we'll be slightly slower now in leveling because I don't have my rider's token, which gives me an extra 25%. Ugh. Bit of a shame.
Welcome and well met, my friend. Welcome.
Okay, so
Stay a moment and speak with me.
Yeah, see, now it would be, you can see from the Utrecht's decorated breastplate, this would be a decent upgrade now, just because the increase in the armor and the might. Agility, bit of an oddity, but in case he's in crit as well, so... travel now.
Langhold is under attack by brigands, and worse yet, their new Kundalar allies from the east.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Outside. Don't know where. Complaining. Not happy. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, da-dum, ba-ba-da-ba, da-ba. He says. Right.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Right, off we go. Oh, come on. Come on.
Will you aid the horse lords? What business have you with the Rohirrim?
The enemy is at the north gate. Let's head there then. Come on, fellow schmuckers. The Reaver of Khand. I can remember the first time we ever did this. I can't remember where the chuff I needed to go. Come on, Darla, where are you? I think even now I can't remember where he is. Oh, he's there.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Run, Forrest, run. They went the long way around, didn't they? Absolutely the long way, wrong way round.
Our mission is dire.
Right, so we're there.
What brings you to these lands?
Right, so it looks like we, boom, there we go. Reputation and known to the world. D complete as well, which is good. He'd bestowed, yes. I'll do all that reputation change as well. And we did, fucking, I've got 6 points to spend. I've been keeping up with them. So wit is at 29, zeal 28, 26, valor, charity. We use a little bit of charity, mate. Jerry.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Out the north gate of the Langhold.
Aid us.
Out the town centre, yeah, blah, blah, blah. put it back in there. Do need to look at those because I can't remember exactly what I need. Always kind of forget, really. Right, away we go. So we'll be able to pick up our war steed eventually once we get down to Wonders of Harwick. I say eventually. Gonna pick your way through a few quests, I think.
Your aid is welcome, friend. Greetings! If you have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
You quick slot page. Oh.
Our mission is dire.
Oh.
Will you aid the Rohirrim? The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Right, we're going to get the war steed now. I think they must have changed this because I didn't think you could come in here at all originally. Yeah, we're going to start breaking this setup. I think it's done its time. Right.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Two seconds of the track coming up. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Da-da, ba-da-da-da. Hit the brakes. Well.
Our mission is dire.
Right. Two flanks. Yeah. Oh, so the red. Okay, okay. Ooh, hello. The lag of flags tried to bust my balls there a little bit, didn't it? Boink.
What brings you to these lands?
Jump the fence, motherflubber. Jump the Let's flub them over.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Hey up. Run off. Take shit. Here.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Boink. Turning circle of a three-wheeler. Why did it reset? Did I go out with the course? Is that what he's complaining about? Okay. Rubbish. Oink. Keep on running. Last one. Yeah, boink. Ah. Boink.
What brings you to these
Who's
lands?
now? I think we might be all right now.
What brings you to these lands?
Right, off we go. Up the hill. Oop, hello. That way.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Oh. Yeah. Boop. Right, so we're gonna go kill salamanders. Oop. Now I can't remember when or how we pick up the quest for the Rohirrim riders around here. These guys. I think we picked them up when we're still to the north somewhere. I can't remember. Never mind. We'll go check. We'll go. Probably not that dramatic. There we go. Speedy, speedy. Let's get speedy. Oh. Right, let's go kill some salamanders and find the source of the buzzing noise. Right. Let's go kill shit. Boom, dead. Riddermark's gone. Riddermark's gone. Riddermark's gone. Wink. Boink. See what's on the corpse. Could be something good, could be something shit. Marvellous. Right, over here. And the source. Discover the source of the salamander's strange behaviour. Yeah, we gotta kick these things. Like. Oop. Give me some marsh weeds, mother flubbered. Oop. Potato. Indeed. Boop, 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 doo. Nearly there. Nearly there. Just 2 more reads. Then I'll be there. How you doing, Tony? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you. How are you? Right. So we need to just tootle down to the south of this marsh and none too shabby, thanks. None too shabby. Shabby, shabby, shabba. There we go. Oh shit, I forgot he blows up. There we go. Yeah. Right, let's just head inside. Let's just head inside. Oop, didn't see that. Never mind. Bum-ba-dum, 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 bum-bum. How many more do we need? We need these two as well, don't we? Not too bad. The free to play is quite extensive now. If you are playing like literally free to play content, you can get up to something like level 95 or thereabouts with without paying a penny. I mean, some things are still gated because it is a free to play, you know, game. But yeah, there's plenty still to play and available. But yeah, there's certain restrictions. But yeah, kind of. Let's go back. No, not free yet. Not yet. We'll come back here in a bit. But yeah, I think there's a decent amount for those players that want to just dive in and not pay for it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and this is the thing with the free-to-play model. There's monetization. I mean, when they switched to monetization model many years back, it was contentious, but I think the world kind of changed, if you know what I mean, in terms of what people expected from a game, and you know, and they had to make money somehow. So yeah, but I think it's okay. I mean, I'm quite lucky because I'm one of several, you know, people did get them, but there was lifetime accounts where you could pay up front and never pay any subscriptions ever, and that was 16, 17 years ago. So yeah, obviously I pay for expansions and things like that. So generally it's been a really good deal for me, and thousands upon thousands of hours. No, let's just go down here. Yeah, I there's certain benefits to get this while I'm here. To VIP, definitely, certainly some good
What
benefits.
business have you with the Rohirrim?
And I think they do give a nice. Oop, that's not going that way. A nice buff to proceedings. Wow, it's that way, dickhead. And I think as well, once you've subscribed, once you kind of unlock. Hang on, he's not the guy, is he? No, I don't want to do it with people. Yeah, the Secret World. I remember that. I mean, really, it's. I think Tony, the Once Human has a feel of that as well. The Secret World.
Our mission is dire.
Boink. Sometime today. There we go.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Sometime today.
Our mission is dire. Will you aid the Horse Lords? What brings you to these lands? Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Got outside. Cool. We'll just go on a normal steed for this, but let's just open that up. Sell some shit, shall we? Sell that. Eat that. Oh, I don't know about Defiance, to be fair. Haven't heard anything from that game for quite a few years. I'm not entirely sure. It's dead. It's dead, Jim. It's dead. That doesn't surprise me, but yeah, fucking hell, Defiance. When did that come out? I must be thinking that's got to be at least 12 years now, is it? Oh, I mean, I'm guessing it just feels a very, very long time ago.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
10 years, okay.
Harding is the Thane of Harwick, Reef of the Wold, and Aldor of the North March, and the time has come to meet him.
Prime to your Twitter.
That's us, thank you very much.
Viewers of plenty.
Oh, viewers of plenty.
Whoa.
Thank you very much. Atus, you absolute legend. There might have been actually Hark. I'm not entirely sure. This a lot of 2 players online now. It peaked at 3 today. Yeah. That may be why it's 2014, because if they did the kind of reboot on it, who knows? But yeah, I did think it was a while ago.
We keep safe these lands. How long? What brings you to these lands?
Yeah, it's been a long, long time since I even thought about Defiance.
Will you aid the Horse Lords? Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us? The Rohirrim have need of your
Right,
services.
defeat wild
Our
packs
success depends upon
and
our strength.
stinging marsh
Will you
flies.
aid us?
Will you aid us? Let's just unlock this shizzle, shall we? An awful helmet in that. Jesus, look at the state of that. Awful, I say. Awful. Right, let's just bring up the... Right, I'm going to put them on because I think they're slightly better. They're not better. That's worse. Yeah. I'm just going to swap out all of that. Those can't be sold because they're a set, so we're just going to drag them out for the time being. I think it could be that somebody's literally started up the game, so Steam might count that as a statistic. Yeah.
Hail, friend. May I have a moment of your time?
And then if you're sitting there, literally as soon as you start up and Steam notices it, it's like, ha! We're going to check to see what you've been playing. Yeah, H1Z1, yeah. That was a good first attempt, to be fair. Good first attempt. I didn't mind it, but then when they changed various things, I was a little bit like, Excuse me. Oh. Okay. Was easy enough. Okay, marsh flies round the corner. Ah, you've been playing it again, eh? Yeah, I mean, I think they see value in having a survival game. They're very, very on brand at the moment for everyone, if you know what I mean. They're all like, oh, yeah, let's play a survival game. There's so many different ones. I mean, like I say, I've been playing Once Human, which is a kind of weird psycho sci-fi-ish. Wow, that ball was not where I expected it to be. Game which, crafting, survival, looting, shooting, kind of dungeon kind of crawler game. It's plenty of aspects to it. So yeah, very much they're popular at the moment. Wow. There was a slightly bit of lag there. The lag is not helping tonight. There we go. Missed that one. Right, let's do some flies of marsh again. What the fuck? Oh, they're over the other side, aren't they? They're not these. I was like a little greeny yellow puddle there right in the middle of the screen. I didn't actually notice it. Hey, what? Yeah, Age of Camelot, I think you're referring to there. Oh, Age of Conan. See, this is going to get confusing because if people keep calling everything AOC, there's Dark Age of Camelot, then obviously Age of Conan, but there's going to be another one. Ashes of Creation. Well, confusing. I think I remember playing it probably with you actually, Furlong, when it first came out, and having his appendages flapping around in the breeze. I remember, yeah, literally. Very good, very good. Yeah, the beta for Once Human does end in 11 days, 21st, and then they're going offline for a little while until around the second quarter. They haven't said exactly when, but sometime in the second quarter they're going to be bringing the beta back up. So. They're hoping to get more people in, but I'll have to wait and see. They have said that everybody that was in this round will go in into the next beta as well, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Whoop. Yeah, I think that's the thing with betas and dates. You can put a date on something, but it doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to happen. Yeah, definitely up Furlong Street, that. Well, I mean, even the launch, obviously, of Everspace 2, that was put back for so long because of the pandemic. Prowling in the field.
Brings you to these lands. The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Well, swabbing the nests. Sometimes do it. There we go. Thank
What
you.
business have you with the Rohirrim?
God, it's slow tonight. This is after servers have gone down and come back up again. Can everybody stop opening their vaults and backpacks and stuff, please?
What business have you with the Rohirrim? The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Well, funny enough, Toadie, as a community manager for Rockfish Games who make Everspace 2, I will definitely say, without a shadow of a doubt, worth your try, you know. Download the demo on Steam, give it a whirl. I'm not biased in any way, shape or form. What, did it show? Did it show that I'm biased? Plenty to come though. Whoop, hello. Whoop, fuck. Hello. Hello. Yeah, to be honest with you, I do come out with the whole pitter patter of, you know, if you've never tried it, you don't know what to expect, then download the free demo. That's why we give the demo, because we want people to try it, you know. And if it tickles your fancy, then you can always, you know, buy it should you need to, you know. But you know, there's no obligation to do that outright, especially with the demo. Give it a whirl, see what you think. Hello, pull that tree there. Oop. How many more do we need? I'll shoot you. I think this Fang mother comes back fairly quickly as well. the Den Mother, rather not the Fang Mother. What the fuck am I talking about? Just managed to get out of that puddle of goop. There we go. Boink. Right, it's out the southern point of... okay, all the way down here. Yeah, it's something, to be fair, that we... even before I joined the team, that they wanted to do, because they think that, you know, there's a lot of value in it. You know, people can get hooked, people can enjoy it, people can take a look, see if it's their game, you know. Because I think the other thing is people, you know, it's a lot of money to buy computer games, video games, whatever your bag is, you know, whether you're on console or PC, whatever. And to put that outlay out there, you could buy a game and think, oh God, I hate that. You know, I'm not saying that's what happens with our game or anything. It's just, you know, we know, we're realistic that Everspace 2 isn't everybody's cup of tea. It's not going to be. You can't make the perfect game. It doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. We live in an imperfect world. So having a demo out there, I think we'd rather people just go, oh, it's not my thing. You know, I'm not going to waste my money on it. But then there's always the value that people could look at it and go, do you know what? I remember these guys from before. They put out a demo that was really cool. You know, it wasn't my thing, but you're not just going to then literally go, I've spent 40 quid, 30 quid, whatever on a game that I hate, that you don't like.
What business have you with the
So, yeah, it does. It serves as well. It serves as well.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Sergeant Hubert at Wake and Flood. Yeah, right. That was a close-up of a war steed's arse. It's not a good thing to do. Yeah, I mean, our game is, you know, between 25-30 hours long in the campaign. If you want to follow a storyline, if you want to do everything and be a completionist, it could take you 80 to 100 hours, depending upon how, you know, you want to play it. With more content to come, we've got a free update in the spring.
What brings you to
called
these
Incursions, and then further out we've got a full fully paid expansion coming. So yeah, I think there's certainly merit with people. Your play styles change. It's like with MMOs, you know, the grind is real. We're all aware of these things, but unless you're invested in it, if you find something too grindy, then you're not going to do it. But then you look at the more modern game, you know, Once Human and stuff like that. There's still a grind aspect to that. You know, you've got to go collect resources. You've got to go collect parts for, you know, weapons and blueprints and things like that. And, you know, there's definitely a grind aspect still across the board. Anybody else over there? No. The ball. We don't want the ball. Boring. Oh. Hang on. These snipers are a pain in the ass, I'll give it that. Yeah, I mean, Elite Dangerous, I've not played in a very long time. I've never even played Odyssey. I've never been on a planet in Elite Dangerous, which is unfortunately a testament to the game and how it turned out. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I got some decent things, and I was very, very, happy with the game when it came out. I just think the way it kind of filtered away towards the end, it was just a little bit disappointing. So, which is a shame because it's a good IP, it's a good product, but unfortunately they turned into a company that's got shareholders and everything. We've seen all the layoffs and everything else there. They're still hemorrhaging staff now, so. I mean, people will always, and I think they'll always look at it and say it was because they stopped supporting consoles. I don't think it was. I don't think it was that. I mean, there's a contribution factor there, but I don't think it was just consoles because of them not being able to get the current consoles anyway. At the time, anyway, to be able to run Odyssey. I think it just kind of overstretched things a little bit. But yeah, I always felt like Elite was, there you go, there's the whole universe, go explore it, but there just wasn't enough. And I think having that, it's like having a football pitch and playing five-a-side on it is more interesting, than a full-size game of football with too few players.
Our mission is dire.
Yeah, I honestly could not tell you half of where I got up to. I would say it's probably. Christ, when did Odyssey come out? Was it about 4 years ago? It must be 5 years since I actually played. I mean, there's certain things that they still do well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the immersive experience of playing Elite Dangerous in VR and everything else, and when you've got HOTAS set up and everything and that, I think it's, it can be quite unrivaled from a space game or sim. It's definitely a simulation perspective. Outside of that, maybe not so much, and I think it's, unfortunately, that's where it kind of... it stopped. Let me just run away a little bit and then they can piss off. I can just go back in. We're going? No, you ended. Really? Yeah, you have to provide it with certain resources. It's not dramatic, but it does have a daily upkeep that you need to deposit. Which, like I say, it's not too dramatic, but yeah. Yeah, once you kind of get it set out, it's a fairly, just top it up every now and again. And you always see it on your screen as well, how much days maintenance you have on your base. So, yeah, it might seem like, oh my god, they've got to pay for base upkeep and stuff like that. No, it's just literally fill up the requirements and then just leave it. I think that's the good thing is through the game. Speaking of once human, that you can not worry about your resources too much. You think, oh, I've just trashed all that. The amount of times that I've relocated a wall and stuff like that, and then you're just like, have I just wasted that resources and stuff like that? So I think they're looking at it with a decent approach for, what pisses players off, what gives, players a good buzz, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It could be that they've done it just for the beta. They could be like, oh, no, we won't punish players too much. Oh, I can't get over there. Just so they can test. But there's going to be fairly decent balance passes for it, I'm sure. So who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Well, like I say, we'll find out more in March or around then. Right. Okay. So yeah, 76 and what are we about 3/4 now? 2/3. 2/3. We've got 2/3. I'm just glad of the fleet earrings because otherwise this would be such a drag.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
No, I don't need that. Don't need that. Ugh. 13.5. We'll get the shoes. We'll just sell them.
Will you aid the Horse Lords? Our mission is dire. The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Sell some shit. A bit low on bag space, so I'm just... keep that. Hello. Right. Right, let's go speak to Scylan. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what changes in the next beta, to be fair. Obviously, they have said that we're going to see different parts of the continent of the map. The map is quite extensive. But yeah, this there's some regions that are kind of unplayable, so you can't always see them or get to them. But yeah. I know there's a lot of talk about people and their the wipes that they're going to have, literally from I think they said, what was it, every 6 weeks they're looking at doing a wipe of some description. Mm-hmm.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Might you help me?
Balls. I picked up this question before. Balls. Yeah, that'd be quite good. I think the thing with the seasonal thing that people were worried about was the whole wiping everything. So you've built a base up over that time, and then all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, it would disappear. Which I think people were like, "What? You can't do that. What are you doing?" But you know. And it's a difficult one because you could potentially lose players from that because of, you know, it's like, I'm not starting again. You know. It is a difficult one. So, yeah, I really don't know. I mean, whether they leave the houses alone, but you lose your resources or your resources become redundant, you know, so the various items that you pick up from a certain season aren't useful in the following season, then, you know, maybe you can store them. But yeah, I just don't know. But just gotta wait and see. At least they're listening, and that's always a good thing. I think if a developer is always listening, then things are good. If they don't listen, that's the problem. Now, that's got to be tempered slightly, because I know some people will say, well, I suggested this and this didn't get implemented. Now, when I say that a developer will listen, it's because they'll acknowledge and say, okay, we've heard you, but it's not a guarantee that we're going to include that, you know, whatever you want. You know, I mean,
What brings you to these lands?
we'll talk about LOTRO, you know, there's certain aspects that I'd like to see that we've discussed over the years about that come into the game, but I'm not going to then pretentious enough to say, well, they didn't listen to me, did they? You know, if you can take feedback on board, then, you know, fair enough, but there's no guarantees of an implementation. Exactly. You can't do it. You can't please everybody. Oh, he's a Harwick patrol. Need to fucking avoid him. Oop, get over the fence. You come in this way? Oh, shit, you are. Oh, you little wazzick. Yeah. So, yeah, whilst it's nice that people listen, doesn't always mean that it will happen. It's the first time I've ever noticed that people on the balcony. Posh fuckers. No balcony. Albert Bank. Nobody in it and they got all that money. Wow. Absolutely. Oh. Okay. So. Guns. Drones? Are they dead drones? Yeah, I mean, we can use an example speaking about what people would want. You know, we do take feedback from players, you know, quite a lot. You know, we kind of encourage it, you know, and say, you know, please do send us your thoughts. What do you think? What would you like to say? You know, and then we'll plain as day say, that ain't going to happen. For X, Y, Z reason. And I think players do respond to that. If you know...
We must stand by while the minions of Orthung spread their influence.
If you do take that on board, if you don't, then I think you cause yourself a bit of a barrier problem, because people will just automatically say, they don't listen, I suggested that months ago, blah, blah, blah. If generally you can take on board and say, look, yeah, okay, it's a good idea in principle, but we haven't got the man hours, we haven't got the time to develop something like that, it's going to be a problem if we try and do that, or whatever.
We must turn to the offensive.
You know, or there's only maybe one or two people that want that to happen, then, you know, again, you're just not going to fit that into your schedule of development, because it's either just not cost effective or worthwhile or whatever.
Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
Somebody over here. 2-1. Turn it around. Looks like
Our mission is dire.
Looks like Klopp give him an ear only. Yeah, I think the other thing is as well, and it's something people here will know that I talk about it, because it's also what I think with any. I'm not going through that way. Any game developer, not just for us at Rockfish and that, is that if you're going to give feedback, how you put. Yeah, fuck. There's another one over there. That's not how you give feedback. Fuck. Literally, it's how you put anything, and it's how you should conduct yourself. Really, anyway. I mean, I'm teaching people to suck eggs, but people of the internet can be very, very, disengaged brain. Is to put your feedback, your comments, your suggestions, whatever, in a respectable way. And some people just don't do that. And
What brings you to these lands?
if you go to the LOTRO
Rohirrim
forums
will
and
need
say
your aid.
fucking SSG devs are shit and all that kind of crap, yeah, you'll just get shut down. You'll literally just get shut down. And they won't engage with you at all. But people think it's their entitled way. It's like, I pay for your products and I want it this way. Okay. Wrong, but thanks. So, yeah, there's ways and means. And sometimes it's just frustration on somebody's part. They're having a bad day, whatever, trust me, I had a very fun email to deal with just before our Christmas break, which I thought was quite hilarious. But I'll just put it down to somebody having a bad day. But, it is what it is. So, some people just don't know how to process that frustration. They may struggle to interact. It's all these kind of things that you've got to take into consideration. You've got to respond in kind as such, and to a degree. You can't become a doormat. I definitely will not become a doormat. Because I think once you disrespect somebody, then, sorry, but the barriers go up and the interaction will be, limited. Yeah. That toady, it baffled me. People, people were people. I think what didn't help, though, was the way they did it, and I'm sure they've learned from that, but that's where a community... Hello, you little shit. The community team, or whoever's the community manager, or whatever, should have stepped in and said, hang on, let's just hold off on this. Let's think about this the right way and, and get this working as it should, and think of a proper way to do things, here, because all you were doing were just pissing people off, and they did, because it's like, I have a waiting list, but everybody that's here could potentially jump past the waiting list, and that's not the way to do it. But again, people behaving like dicks isn't the way to go either. So, I'm not saying one causes the other, but it can exacerbate a problem. And don't ask me to fucking spell that, because I can't remember how to spell it. Weirdly enough, I didn't get a key that way. I didn't get given a key specifically. I didn't ask for one. I just forgotten his bloody name. I'd have to look it up on a DM. But he was dishing out keys. Now I don't know if he knew how to generate keys or not. I'm not entirely sure because he wasn't the dev. But yeah, he able to sort me out with a key, which was kind of. But yeah, I mean, when people were resorting to character readers to grab the keys, yeah, it's not going to work well. Okay, we can't get in there. Not there. We're going to. We'll try it. Langhold foodstuffs. I missed one of the... Oh, no. Here it is. Here it is. Oh. Here I thought I missed it. Oh, because you absolute plank. You've missed it. Right, let's get out of here. Oop, hello. Oh, hello. War steeds. You'll love them. Yeah. I think if they had a few keys, not 30,000, then that's the way to do it. Sounds like a Punch and Judy show. That's the way to do it. But yeah, when the kind of world is on fire on your Discord, then I think you need to kind of put those fires out first and then do the extras. But yeah. You live and learn. It's not an easy thing, but you know, it was like oof. And then when you have volunteer moderators that are having to kind of deal with stuff, I think that well, I'm saying they're volunteers, they might be paid, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, how can you deal with that as a moderator? You know, DMing someone. You know, you end up with thousands, and then what do? You run out of keys and say, and then all the people that don't hear get pissed off because they think they're being ignored. Yeah.
What business have you with the Rohirrim? Will you aid the Horse Lords?
I just think there was a...
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
A point where they had to manage the situation rather than, you know, wait for somebody to sort it, you know. Right, so bring Cillian's first payment to Frithenbroth. So he's down here, is he? Is he? Oh, he's that one over there. Oh, yeah, he's up there, isn't he? Da, da, da. Let's get around here quick before anybody else turns up. That's quite handy.
We must turn to the offensive.
Oop. Really need to change that. New merch store online. Yeah, the merch store is online, but it's not really new. I think the last thing I added to it was over a year ago. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, it's there. Motherfucker. There we go. Boop.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Boink. Oh no. Pulls the lever. Pulls the lever. Mm-hmm. Mm. Game of fuel. Just water, please. Mm-hmm. Da, 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 da. Right then, so enter the refugee camp. Okay. Let's hopefully not waltz into any of this lot. And they're still active. Yeah, they are.
Our mission is dire.
Right, so. Yeah, I mean, I could swap for that, unless there's... Yeah, so that's only medium. I mean, I might take that and just swap it because that suits my character better, although I do lose a lot of might and physical mastery, so... But the other things are just no good, really, for me.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Let's open that up. Battle Frenzy cooldown. I think I've already got one of them on there anyway, haven't I? I've got a purple Durple on there, so I'm not going to use that. That is a fact. Let's just break that down. Blink. But my ancient scripts capped. There they are. Arse. Hold on.
Alder Harding requests your presence, and you can only hope that he has heard of your diligent labours on behalf of Harwick.
Boop.
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
Let's sit on his fucking table. Oh. No, maybe I can't. Oh no, let's sit down. Wow, I can push my chair back in style there, didn't I?
We must stand by while the minions of Orthunk spread their influence. We keep safe these lands. For how long?
Yep, done all the shit. See ya, bye.
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
Wow.
We cannot wait for the darkness to abate. Rohan must rally. We keep safe these lands. For how long?
Find Sergeant Tidlack at Twickenberg. Tickle the Berg. Tickleberg. Right. Just go on the normal steed to get out of here. Twickenberg is down to the south, yeah. Earl's Hallow, isn't it? Floodwend as well. Across there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fuck you, dick nuts. Free to wander around. Give it to me, mama. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Ah, okay, so I must have had to do that to Yeah. I wondered when I was going to speak to
We were
these. Yeah?
dispatched by Lord Aomer to harry the orcs roving the plains of the Mark. But what we discovered in the Brown Lands was truly terrifying. Now we ride through the Easternet, on our way to Edoras, warning the Rees of the Easterling horde marching upon them.
Thank you for your help.
What brings you to these lands? Thank you for your help. Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Thank you for your help. Boop.
Our mission is dire.
Boop.
What business have you with
Free
the
XP.
Rohirrim? The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Darling, yeah. Ugh. Oh, oh. Second. Oh, there we go. Eee. I know, speaking just slightly differently, not really software in games, but things that obviously we, as PC gamers, do interact with quite often. Obviously, gaming hardware, if you're looking at what's coming from CES this year, seemingly they're putting a big push on new monitor tech. QD OLED, I think this year is going to be in a very sweet spot, which I think is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it actually because there's some very nice panels coming out this year. So
You must stand by while the minions of Orphan
yeah, I
spread
can't.
their
I can't wait to see what comes because some of like there's one that's coming out from Samsung, which is like a 31.5-inch 4K QD OLED, 240 hertz. That looks sweet spot. I mean, there is a 1440p. I think it's 480 hertz or 360. I can't remember which. Okay, high refresh rate is very, very good, but to be fair, I think the higher the refresh rate goes, you don't always notice the difference as well. Now, this monitor that I play on, it goes up to 144 hertz. Playing at 30 frames per second, 30 hertz, 60 and 60. Once you jump up to, say, 120, it's quite a significant difference. However, your hardware has to be able to put out those numbers. You have to put out them frames. If you don't,
you to these lands?
it's
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
kind of pointless, really, to a degree.
Alder Harding is convinced that he will die to an Easterling blade. It has become our task to prove that men make their own fates. My companions and I will face the blades of the Easterlings, and we will prove victorious.
Yeah, and that's why I think something like the 4K, like I say, 4K, you're not going to generally, with most of today's games and even with the hardware, be able to push 240 hertz. However, you can run at a lower refresh rate than that. I generally, for streaming purposes, because I try to stream at 60 frames per second, I run my...
Our mission is dire.
Hello. I try and run my refresh rate at 120 frames per second because it's easily divisible to do 60 frames per second. You know, you're not having to do some kind of, you know, division of 0.48 or whatever. It's literally half of your overall frame rate. So I think there's I don't know why I'm doing this, because I didn't really want to do anything to do with this kind of shit. There we go. Oh, hello. Ooh. Hello. Wow. My horse is just doing whatever the fuck it likes. I think that's got significantly worse since the last time. Yeah, okay, yeah. So you've got an ultra wide, an ultra wide then, yeah. Like I say, mine's 4K, but I don't run it at 4K simply because, you know, LOTRO and lack of ability to run things. Wow. Okay, just knocked me off. So yeah, I can't run at 4K LOTRO because we're all aware of those, you know, issues, should we say? Yeah, maybe in the future I will. You know, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you can use upscaling to achieve 4K, but yeah, we'll see what the future brings. If they bring the 4K option, which they're supposed to be aiming towards.
What brings you to these lands?
Oh, that went better than expected. But yeah, I run a 3080 Ti, and you know it puts out a decent amount of frames. Oh yeah, the UI is useless. I've tried it and you're like, fuck. So I just run at 1440p.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Yeah, okay, so it looks like we're going there with the gloves and medium, yeah.
The Rohirrim
and we ding dang dude as well, so there we go. That's quite a handy little combo there. Yeah, I mean, just the armor difference, 40, more might, more morale, yeah, so we switcheroo. Hey there, Milan, good afternoon, good morning to you. Right, let's go speak to Harding. We've just dinged to level 77. It's fabulous.
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
There we go. Okay. That was easy enough. We'll head down to Twickenburg and speak to Sergeant Tidlack. And probably call it there. Right, let's just do that then. So back into the wall, down to there. And I think he ends up sending us to Floodwind, if I remember correctly. Yeah, maybe this week or early next week we might see the producers' letters. If you for LOTRO anyway. If you didn't see earlier, we did have a quick look at the Dungeons and Dragons Online producers' letter for the year, which outlines their aims for that game. They specifically have a producer, but it looks like we may get Orion doing the producer's letter for LOTRO. So we'll have to wait and see. If we do, then we'll certainly have a look at it. The thing that we did look at quite a little bit and just focus on from that letter. Yeah, he's the executive producer. So he actually oversees both of them. So we may get it from Orion rather than from Severlin. I know he's done it in the past, but it seems like Orion is kind of stepping into that role. He's doing a lot more of the communication. So it could be either. But when it drops, we'll be having a look at it and seeing what the content is. But specifically, we were having a look at what was in the DDO producer letter, because they did also mention the work and the changes that they were going to be doing to the VIP program. Obviously, the VIP program is for our subscription. So they did say, and this was Severlin that said this, that he wants to bring the changes into DDO first, and then further down the line bring them to LOTRO. So it'll be interesting to see. Now that they did say in the springtime, so we're looking at the end of Q1 to see what they do actually bring and what changes we will see. So we'll have to see on that one. But that was the thing that I was most intrigued. Yeah, I don't think we'll see an expansion. I think an expansion is every other year now. We're not going to get particularly anything remotely close to the regularity that we've maybe hoped of or seen before. But yeah, I think it'll be some smaller land masses, if anything, and then hopefully improvements. The 4K and stuff, and the launcher, I think it would be cool, but again, not guaranteed. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember the packs of that land mass, such as you say, the Angle and the Wildwood. They're money spinners, you know, because for the free-to-play players, then they get, you know, they have to buy them to take part. So, yeah. Interesting to see, but we'll have to wait and fingers crossed we'll get some news soon. But we've just got to be a little bit patient. It's over here, isn't it? Wickenburg soldier. You discovered Woods Craven.
What brings you to these lands?
Get the old cave. Go in there. See what's in here. Old Draug. Point. Oh. And Tombs of the Draug. Right, so we'll just keep to the left. There we go. I always thought originally that it was just a bug that these Draugs all of a sudden grew in size. Wait, that can't be right, can it? Do I really not see? It. Yeah. And he's just like, huh? He's got a bit big. And they explode all over you like a bunch of goop. Boink. Okay. I was wondering when I was going to get to these bloody tombs. I'm like, hang on. Taking a while. Right. Done. Done. Oop. Done. Right, okay. So we can get out of here. Da, 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 da. Nice little easy little instance there. Again. Hello, they're starting to respawn. Just something that is made a lot easier by having a DPS character. Boink. Let's go around this way. Alright, looks like we've pulled a friend, don't we? Yeah, it is. There we go. Whoop. There we go. There we go.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Okay, another title awarded friend to the world. Oh, doing some decent reputation.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Light armor, medium, shoulders. Okay, about time we got some shoulders.
The Rohirrim have
On
need
the top
of your
of
services.
Crackaball. Okay, let's just go into here. Don't need that. Nothing on there I'm going to keep, actually. I'm just going to get rid of it. Boink. Whoop. Oh, we can't go back up that way. I do need to sort the bags out on this character, to be fair. And I also need to spend some more points. But I just need to look at my other build. My other champ. Defeat Raven at the top of Crackaball. Boink. There be a corpse. Sinister object. Yeah, I knew I was going to get hit. I just didn't want to move. I thought, no, I'm going to take the guy down, the bird down first. Take out the bird first. Right, pull you. Boink. And we'll smack you. There we go. Marvellous. Right, back down there then. Head to there. Good to go. Good to go.
Welcome, my friend. Welcome and well met, my friend. Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim. Greetings.
Right.
You have a moment. I have need of your assistance.
There we go. A little bit of that into there. That's right. Let's head to the Thane of Floodwind, where we need to be. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Down a Fraggle Rock. Excuse me. They've discovered Floodwind. And Stable Master.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Boop. Yep, you'll see in chat the company that I work for, Rockfish Games. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome over on the Discord, over on the Tube of You, and also on our other channel of Twitch. It's entirely up to you.
What business have you with the Rohirrim? The Rohirrim will need your aid.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Oh. Gods. 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 Great book by Terry Pratchett. Right, let's just keep them. Sell all that. Right, boys and girls, I'm going to stop there because I've got work tomorrow. You know, it's a school night. It's one of those things, you know, I've got more people to talk to and interact with and discuss stuff and everything else tomorrow. Speaking about all things Everspace 2 and plans along those lines. So, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for interacting as always. Much appreciated to Tatus for your resub, my friend. Thank you very much. Good to see you. If you don't already, do hit that follow button. It's always nice and cool. We're not far off the 4K. I know there's a certain irony there of us talking. Why is my camera all of a sudden stopped? My camera's packed up. Let me just refresh that camera. Here we go. Come on, camera. No, you're not going to do it. No. Yeah, you're not going to do it. Oh, no, you are. You're working again. That's good. My camera all of a sudden stopped. So, yeah, I'm going to bid you adieu. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, as soon as we hear from the producers, we'll dive in, do a stream, look at the contents and see what their plans are for 2024. Hopefully something good. Hopefully along the 4K UI would be good. The new launcher with two-factor authentication would be good and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. But it's been a pleasure with you all. Thanks very much for dropping in. And yeah, we shall see you in the next one. I'll just do a quick dad joke. An apple a day keeps the bullies away if you throw it hard enough. Very good. Very good. Very true. Very true. So yeah, take care, folks. Be good. We'll see you in the next one. Take care for now. Bye.